Hopefully the stream is fine. Just making sure that this is not lagging as much. Seems like it is, but I'll just start it up. Just check on this thing. Yeah, the stream is showing that it's buffering, something of that sort. Trying to see if it's working good. Alright, let's see if it's working. Still buffering, still. Dang, hella delayed. I'm not sure if it's still buffering for everybody, but I'm meant to just start it. Just a quick live stream, of course, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Shai, Bashem Chakadash, birthday Hawa, birthday Shai, birthday Hawa, birthday Shai. Hallelujah, Wahwa, Alhaida, Yahweh, Bashem Shai, Bashem Chakadash. Giving, of course, double honors to our elder apostles at Great Millstone, who all peace and salutation. Abba Kayari, Shali Yasha'aba, being to the election of the nation of Israel. Shemir Mahmani is Amapu, Mayaga, Walla, Kamachana. Name is Mappa from the Great Millstone Plaintables Camp. Machana means camp. And Barak in Hebrew. And it's coming again with another week lesson, a live stream at that. And of course, Shalom, you got, I believe, like a few of the aqua that's on the comic board and such. And yeah, Yahweh Shemar Shai, Bashir Kakadash. Yeah, so, so just get into it. And I believe what I got written down is La Chasad, or no mercy. And being like no mercy is common here and such, which hey, you see how the times have moved and how the Lord have moved the times. All right, which the Lord controls all time anyway and such, or Ith, which Ith is time in Hebrew. Okay, yeah, in these times, y'all can let me know if it's lagging and buffering and such. Listen, doing these live streams are for me, in this particular dwelling, and it has its issues, which you have to just let me know and such, because me trying to monitor it, I'm trying to my best of my ability, but you just y'all have to let me know. But yeah, these times are very, 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 very unmerciful, and with dealing with really the spirits on their people and such, and which I'm gonna just start real quick at the book of Matthew. I'm gonna use this newer Bible. This is a newer Bible. So I can drop it. Matthew chapter 24 and starting at verse 12, it says, "And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Okay, and you have, and this place is full of iniquity, full of sin. Yeah, as we were talking the other day at the Makanada camp, that was yesterday. We are chatting about how people actually glory in being wicked and such, like putting up like bumper like on their bumpers saying like wicked, or like I think the Ach has said that there's an actual saying uh, these days saying like demon time and such, like, or yeah, like demon time. I'm on my demon time and such, which that's Rashai. Okay, Rashai, that's wicked. Deathful is somebody to just literally switch out and just confess with their own mouth. Yeah, I'm on demon time. That's wicked. All right. Um, why the hell would you want to be on demon time? Like that's silly and such. And just going to show you the type of spirit in which these people are in. All right. Especially these Israelites over here. They man crazy wicked and such. All right. Real quick. Even Yahweh Shai said this. He said this in verse or chapter 23 in verse 33. It says, "Ye serpents and ye generation of vipers, how can ye escape the damnation of Shawwal?" All right, and of course, how Shaw's speaking, having these different various encounters with these scribes and Pharisees and such. Which like many of them perceive themselves own selves to be righteous and such, but they weren't right. Okay, El Shai called them hypocrites and such, right? Um, which most of these people, especially like say it's Israelites, and they try to put it like some type of righteousness, like they're good or they're smart or wise, but they're me. That's all. This is 20 Matthew 23 and 25. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, or actors, stage players. All right, saying and claiming like you're a follower of the Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. All right, but no, or no, you know, and like many of them blessed with their mouth, but in their heart, they're imagining all sorts of cruel things, and actually in their actions reflect whom they actually are. All right, and is nobody on this stream able to tell me if this is lagging? Let me know. All right, but anyway, going on, it says, woe unto you, or destruction unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For ye make clean the outside of the kwas or cup, and of the platter. All right, so y'all say it's fine. All right, that's good. Water to the aquath of Abigail, Proverbs 31 is water for sure. Um, yeah, thou blind Pharisees. Or sorry, let me reread that again. It says, "For ye may clean the outside of the cup and of the platter, but within they are full of extortion and excess." It says, "Thou blind Pharisee, cleanse first that which is within the cup and the platter, that the outside of them may be clean also. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For ye are like unto a whited sepulchre or grave," right? Um, houses, where it's you'll put dead bodies in, right? It says you're like unto white sepulchres, which indeed appear beautiful outward, but are within full of dead men's bones and all uncleanliness, right? So one of the big problems, of course, with their people, especially those of the circumcision that know that they're Yashal or know that they're Israelites, is that, like I said, they try to go on the outward and try to seem like, hey, I'm this big super duper Israelite, and then you go and see like really within them, they're wicked. All right, that's pretty much it. You know, when you put them under a bit of a scopeo or a scrutiny, or put them under a watch, examination and such, you try them and you see what they really are. Scriptures tell you in the book of was that James or John, the fourth chapter, in the first verse, maybe it may say that. Um, you say I gotta get used to this other new Bible because I'm the I'm no familiar with this one. Like you're used to using certain swords. I think that's James 4:1. See if I can find that in this one. Or John 4:1, something like that. They say vacuum that's on this comic board, free to put up different precepts. It's actually John 4:1. So it says, "Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are the power, because many false prophets get into the world." Right, so you have to try the spirits, test them and such. And because many of the people here, like I say, God did what Yahweh Shai Heat mine or something, and then he's sitting there like with this chart. Loads of these people they got fringes. You be like, yo, what? And then you be like, what are you did? Like, what are you doing, dude? Like, and like really, like you see, like they got that outward appearance, but it's not really within them. Like I said, it's a bunch of confusion, and they don't know really knowing really what this truth is about and such. And, this truth come with loads of humility and loads of wisdom, in which one must arm yourself with, and so that you can walk all right. From the different various perils that we encounter and such. We're in times in which over a time of peril and overthrowing and such. So we have to be very, very careful and look into our doings and such. Okay? And so, yeah, so going on, like, you got, like I said, loads of these Jake, and then, like I say, one of the biggest thing is that they're not even, even merciful, okay, at all, you know, and, that's crazy. Um, um, like many of these Jake, they don't even have faith and such. All right. So this is the book of John, First John chapter 3, and this is verse 3. It says, "And every man that hath hope, that hath this hope, which when you go up, it said, I'm gonna just read from the top. Behold, what matter love the Father hath bestowed upon us." All right, so we have an actual portion, amount of love within us, right? It says, "Hath bestowed upon us that we should be called the sons of the power. Therefore the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not." Okay? And you have Jake that don't know Yahweh or Yahweh Shah. Claiming to be Yasha Allah and all this and stuff, and they really they know, of course, what this is all about. Let me see. I'm gonna see what in First John. Sorry, let's see. First John. Get this precept. First John, the third chapter. I'm gonna look up that word for world there. world knew naught. That's the cosmos, that order arrangement. That's Israel. All right, you know. We got a certain aggregate or general collection of particulars, and that's talking about of Israel. You know, yeah, you had like many of them, like I said, like mess with Yahweh Shai. It even identify Yahweh Shai as being a devil or serpent. When Yahweh Shai would call him that. You know, but anyway, and going on, it says, therefore the world knoweth us not because it knew him not. So, even in that, like, people, they don't know, what we're about or who we are, these Israelites, because they don't even know Yahweh Shai. They don't even know that we are just fashioned or being or fashioned in the image or the likeness of Yahweh Shai. All right. So when you go about and showing these actual principles and tenets of the gospel and such, many people, they look at you like you're something weird and such, which we are weird, we are strange, but we have the right, and uh, the right, form of what it is to be righteous, because if it's obviously directly in line with the scriptures, then that's what it is. Okay, that's who we are. All right, sons of God. That's Yahweh. All right. So it says, behold, our beloved, pardon, no, are we the sons of the power, and it doth not yet appear what we shall be. And we're going to be perfect. All right, must I know. But we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. All right, we're going to see Yahweh Shai, man. We're going to be as Yahweh Shai. All right. I think the book of Psalms got that precept that talk about how I think Mara was said. It may be I hope it's in the 22nd chapter. Let me see. All right. Let me see if I got it. Just find a precept. All right. This is going to be in the book of Psalms 17 and 15. Well, the volume 17 and 15. Which it reads, um, it says, as for me, I will behold thy face in righteousness, and I shall be satisfied. Right, we're gonna be filled, you know, because we're gonna be perfect. Getting the new bodies, bodies that kind of sin. That's gonna be great, man. Change in the twinkling of the eye. It says, when I awake with thy likeness. All right, we're gonna be bruised up. We're gonna be changed. It's gonna be glorious. Okay. Completely in the merciful state in which we were supposed to be. Because said Jake over here, they unmerciful, they beast out here and such. Man. Look at him, these Jake, they mowing down and up in mischief, mowing people down up in mischief, letting off rounds of shots on blocks, and you just see Jake look at each other with hate and such, which that's the curses and such, but it's like, hey, even when Jake are told, hey, they going off, they still don't want to listen. Right? So, going on, it says, and every man that hath this hope in him, right? This hope that when we appear When he appeared, Yahweh Shai appeared, we're gonna be like him. All right, that's a great expectation. Every man that has this hope in him purify himself. Right, that actually purges and make you, of course, pure. Having these beliefs and such, because anything, of course, that is outside of the temple, outside of the scriptures, all right, that defiles you and such, man. That's within the body. All right. It says, even as he is pure, okay, as Yahweh Shai is pure, okay. So, um, let me get into some of the different precepts on which I already got. Then, all right. So, no mercy. So, yeah, the original whole premise of this whole lesson was I've just been meditating in the spirit loads of the time, and I'm just like, yo, like you know, I originally stem it back to like how pretty much myself being forsaken by a particular woman I had before coming in the truth, and for a very very short time in the truth and such, and who pretty much forsake me and such, right? And how unmerciful in the sense that is, and especially people claim like they love you and they everything for you, but for them to forsake you, that's it just goes and show you, leave you, they don't really love you and such. So this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 5 and 21, which I'm gonna get. Isaiah and Yeshaya, that's in Hebrew. All right, 5 and 21. All right, reads, it says, woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. Right, and people that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. That's people that are proud. Okay, because these are the chief people who can't be corrected. You'll go and give them a rebuke and such. Say, hey, you're going off here, and going off there. Oh no, no, you're wrong. They'll point the finger at you and such, saying that you're wrong and that you're going off. When they're the ones that actually are going outside of the way, the set way in which we're supposed to go through and such. You know, it said destruction unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. Okay, and that's a very, very proud person. Someone who think like you said, they can't be corrected. They're 100% sure that because you're have a certain way you're living, and it's no, of course, acceptable to the masses, the people of low class. You're going off. You're supposed to be going after the same way as everybody else, and that's foolishness and such. All right, talk about a remnant that's going to return to how Bashem Shai. All right, so this is a little sanctuary and such. And it's no going to be the masses. It's only going to be the elect that's going to return to Yahweh Shai in these times, Yahweh Bashem Shai in these times. And I'm glad it's like that, because a lot of the time when you get like everybody in on something, you know, it, it's like you you see like the fakeness and such. It's you know like even with this, like you see like people try to get like kind of like the trendy Jake. They'll try to get in on this and such, and you're just like, wait, hold up, you got a model after the world. You don't have a model for Yahweh Shai. It's easily to be shown, because even like Isaiah 8 and 20 tell you, I think that's 8:20. It says, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, is because there is no light in them. Like, we'll go according to the word of Yahweh Shem Shai. The Shabbat is on this day. Shouldn't they be doing this? On they coming out of their arse about how they can do things that are no lawful and such like that. That's a dead giveaway and such like that. And like I said, their behavior, it goes and show it. Okay, it goes and show what you are. The scripture say you can tell a tree, the fruit by its tree. You know, or let me see. I'll get it. This is in the book of. I think it's Luke chapter 6 and 44. For every tree is known by its own fruit. Yeah, what it produces and such. You have, of course, those under Yahweh Shai. You can tell, that work that Yahweh Shai have been put within them. Okay, many people, they don't even like them in the world and such. The world of Israel and even the world itself. Okay, in the oikoumenic sense and such. The different inhabitants of different nations and such. All right, and they like them, of course, the true believers of Yahweh Shai. All right, because they didn't like Yahweh Shai. All right, for every tree is known by its own fruit. For thorns men do not gather figs, nor of a bramble bush gather they grapes. Uh, yeah, and I forgot to read a bit above. Luke chapter 6 and 43 says, For a good tree bringeth not corrupt fruit, neither doth a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. So it's showing you the difference between, of course, the trees, which we are, of course, as trees, just men as trees and such, and we we come in that stock of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. All right, the good tree, that good vine and such, and that proper vineyard. Okay, that's why we many of us were super humble and such. I'm not sure if brothers think I'm proud, but because you got you got these scoffers and such. They'll see Jake. He got like the precious stones and such, and I got like this one scoffer is like seeing the incense and the precious stones and attributing that basically to me just being in the in the right spirit, basically being a witch or something like that. And I'm just like, dude, what the hell? And this is like, dude, you don't even know me and such. Which, like I say, they don't know me because they don't know Yahweh Shai. I'm only, of course, um, modeling myself in the image of Yahweh Shai. All right, and I've been put in that certain image. You brothers, you've been put in that same image. You sisters that attach yourself to the true men of the Lord. You go after the image. Um, you go according to the will of your man, which your man is that you're a heat. And onto, of course, his desires of which you're supposed to seek. All right, and that's the proper way. Okay. Um. So I'm gonna go. There's some other words I wanted to go into. Uh, so this is the book of Romans 8, the 8th chapter, and this is verse 27. And he that searcheth the hearts knoweth what is the mind of the Spirit, because he maketh intercession for the saints according to the will of the power. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love the power, to them who are called according to his purpose. All right, so even when, of course, we're going to do, all of what we got to go to, it all works together for the good. Them that are called according to his purpose, according to the purpose of Yahweh Bashem Shai. All right, for him, he did foreknew, all right, prior knew, he knew us before the womb and such, he created and fashioned us, all right. Yeah, he did predestinate, okay, predestinate, okay, which predestination going to Parizio or Parazo, which means to decide beforehand, appointed or ordained beforehand, decreeing from eternity. Okay? So it says, for whom he did foreknew, no, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his son. Yeah, Yahweh did that. All right? Conformed or with the form to the image of the son, right? Which is righteous. That he might be firstborn among many brethren. Yeah. Moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called, and whom he called, them he also justified, and whom he justified, them he also glorified. What shall we say to these things? If the power be for us, who can be against us? Right, and that's another thing, because we got many people unmerciful that are against us, but we got the power with us. Like you say, these people ain't nothing, you know. We got the power that made create heaven and earth and all that's in it. It's on our side. Okay, so it says, he that spareth not his own son, but delivered him up for us all, as all Israel is speaking. Who shall he not with him also freely give us all things? Right? And the Lord gives us mercy. Who shall lay anything to the charge of the powers elect? It is the power that justifies. The Lord clears up any different charges and such. All right? So who is he that condemneth? It is Hamashiach that died, yet rather that is risen again, who is even the right hand of the power, who maketh intercession for us. Okay? It says, I'm gonna go down to verse 3. Verse what? We for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are carried as sleep for the slaughter. Right? And like I said, you got these unmerciful Jake. So in these times, like I say, they want to slaughter us together. They want to slaughter us. They got licking their chops, like getting ready just to pulling up the belt just to put want to put us to death and such. Man, you should see the type of looks I get in certain places, my job, and I'm going to bed, man. Just these demons and such. All right, but as we know that, as it says, nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors. We're overcomers. All right, through Him that loved us. All right. So I'm gonna go back to this no mercy. See, I'm all in the spirit and such. All right, this is Isaiah 5. And 15, it says, there's a lot of good precepts. But Isaiah chapter 5 and 15, it reads, it says, and the mean man shall be brought down, and the mighty man shall be humbled, and the eyes of the lofty shall be humbled. Right? Those that are proud, they're gonna be brought down, man. They're gonna be abased and such. So it's a good look to be all proud and such, man. And say you see the pride on these people, these jobs they get, certain positions and money and such. These people acting all like there's something. You just know that a pandemic could just happen out of nowhere and just take away your title, take away your home, take away your whole status. We've seen it with the pandemic and such. How it changed and rearranged people's lives. I don't know why, someone would want to be proud, especially after a pandemic. People should be like scared, but, as you see, people and got a bit, you know, um, they see things so called have the false illusion of bouncing back. Like a day, different days got freedoms restored in certain limits, and they see, hey, we're all right, when things are no all right, things are in confusion. All right, so it says, the mean man shall be brought down, and the mighty man shall be humbled, right? And like I say, even these soldiers and those the strong men out there and such, these athletes, they're gonna be humble too. Mean man. Let me look up mean. Yeah, they just got a mean. Let me see. Wayashach. Wayashach. This means to be humble. I don't see nothing for mean. It says Wayashach and shall humble. Because the wa in ya shall shach in this case Adam, this man, wa yashapal, uh, which shapal goes into another word for humble, right? Lay low, show abasement, sit down, lay on the ground, basically. And the eyes of the lofty shall be humble. And lofty again, gabah. Gabah goes into pride, right? To be high and exalted, high position. Those in a high position and are exceedingly proud. These people are gonna be they're gonna be humble. Okay, they're gonna be embarrassed. They're gonna be brought down. Okay. So then I think I could get Isaiah even 13. This is Isaiah chapter 13:11. It says, "And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible." All right. Yeah, all of that starts with E. With E, because E is the proud, super duper proud. You know, they are the wicked. But our people are wicked as well. 2/3 of them in Babylon the Great are wicked. Wicked Israelites that scattered, they be wicked too. It says the Lord's gonna call the arrogant and the proud to cease. So the Lord's gonna do they something. Bring, of course, judgment upon them. And they gonna know. All right. And will lay low the hardness of the terrible Edomites, Esau. All right. So even I'm gonna go to now I think Micah 6 and 8. It's just like people try to act like when they try to act as if when judgment comes down, like, oh, I didn't even know no better. You got the prophets, Nabiyaim, that's out there to show you, of course, the Torah, the law, and how to, of course, execute it. Right? And the apostles, that was a great millstone to show you, each and every day diligently of different things, going to different topics and carried, of course, their teaching that they have learned from their, different various elders, and such, high priests. things that we're supposed to carry and do as a customs of us as men of the Lord, believers, Yasha Allah. All right, so this is Micah chapter 6 and 8, and it reads, it says, and he hath showed thee, O man, right? And it all starts with you men there, you know, the Lord showed you, all right, by Bariath in the Hebrew. It says, it says, ha, gayad, ka, adam, ma, tawab. All right, so showed in this case is ha, gayad from the gud, which means to make known or proclaim, confess, informed of. And that's being various the prophets, the method of prophets, right? It says, and it says Lakah, which means to you. La is to and Ka is you. Adam is man. Ma is what? Tawab is good. It says, well, Ma and what? Yahweh, Most High's name. Uh, Da, Rash, which goes into, and what Yahweh, the Rash goes into require, okay? Which what the Lord demands, okay? Of thee, all right, which is, of thee. Let's see what that is. All right, so it says in English, but to do justly and to love mercy and to walk humbly with thy power. Okay, we're supposed to be merciful. It's crazy how like our people in this beastly state. Our women look at us as like we ain't shite and stuff. Want to show no mercy and such. Break up, leave the whole relationship when they're not even supposed to be dating and things and such. That's crazy. Tell you, I mean, if it says it's not no good for a man to be alone, what the hell are you departing for? You know, I just see it like it's just crazy. Especially if it's for you got the man doing a good cause, which he's doing the will of the power. You know, it just goes to show how loads of our people have went astray, where they don't even see mercy as a trait in them which they're supposed to have. All right. Let me see if I can find this something. This is the book of First Peter, chapter 2, and verse 9. It says, "But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praises of him who have called you out of darkness into his marvelous light." Right? Once to show forth the praises. Right? You show forth the praises in the form of your action, your conversation, being right. That's a way of praising the Lord, for you being obedient. It says, which, this is verse 10, which in time past you were not a people, but are now the people of the power. Time that you were in a Gentile state of mind, we're, following the customs of heathen, you know, being not called by Yasha Allah. All right. It says, which had not obtained mercy, but now obtain mercy. Right. We've obtained mercy. Okay. Dearly, this is verse 11. Dearly beloved, I beseech you, you as strangers and pilgrims, abstain from fussy lust, which war against the soul. All right, and a a lust to be even no merciful, a desire to be no merciful, that war against the soul. Because even within us, we have a compassion, a tender, wanting to do good and care for one another and such. You know, it says having your conversation, your behavior honest among the Gentiles, that whereas they speak against you as evildoers, they may by your good works, which they shall behold, glorify the power in the day of visitation. Okay, and then you're gonna have other Israelites that's of course that's going to you know they're gonna see their good works and glorify the power. All right. Ethnos going to um, of course a multitude of individuals of the same nature or genus, right? Which that is going to be of the tribe of Israel. All right, you know. Now going on, because the different Gentiles in which apostles and elders, apostles, and of course elders, too, but various apostles, disciples going to were Israelites, okay, scattered, okay. So it says, submit yourself to every ordinance of man for the Lord's sake, whether it be to a king, to the king as supreme. All right, and that's it. What I'm going on right there. This is and going to be in the book of Luke, chapter 36 and 36. It says, "Be ye therefore merciful, as your Father also is merciful." Right. So if your Father is merciful, you're not, of course, going to be merciful. What does that make you, man? That makes you absolutely strange. That makes you very, very, very foreign. You the Gentile, you as a nation, if you see it mine, if you need merciful unto your brother, you know, unto hey, you wives unto your husbands and such, you know. Like I said, we're not doing nothing wrong, by following Yahweh Shabbat Shai. It's wrong in the sight of the government, but it's right, obviously, you know. It's just we're not going after the image of the beast, the idolatry, which is the fornication, idolatry, the various lies, the covetousness, and all that things of that's the nature. Okay, just to mention some. All right, which they go into another fashion, another world way, and it was idolatry. We got a certain way you're supposed to go. You basically, if you're going and being like these heathen and such, you're being, you're pretty much sacrificing yourself, you know, as a fuel. Okay, this is Hosea, pardon, chapter 4 and 11. This is Hosea 4 and 1 actually. We'll start. Hear the word of Yahweh, ye children of Israel, for Yahweh had a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of power in the land. All right? By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out and blood touches blood. All right? And it's just bad, you know. There's no mercy out there. We supposed to be merciful as our fathers in heaven. So what the hell? Why is mercy is not common out here and such? You know, even when we have different little weak quarrels and such amongst each other, you know, hey, gotta find mercy within that. You know, loving your enemy, you know, your brother, you know, that they, you know, maybe you've done wrong or offended you in some way. Hey, you go out, you know, restore meekness and such. You know, we gotta, you know, really put the laws of these things, um, you know, into practice. Okay, it's like it. Going to for in the verse 11, it says, this is our. I'll start at verse 7 and 11, or 4 and 7. It's like it. It says, as they increase, so they sin against me. Therefore will I change their glory into shame. Those scriptures say how. Let's see if I can find this. Waxed. Alright, I'll get it. I think it's like Deuteronomy. Yeah, Deuteronomy chapter 32 and 15 says, but Jeshurun or Yasharwan, Mariath. Alright, Kaya, Yasharwan, let me see. It says, Yasharwan, okay, which is waxed fat. Alright, this means the upright one, right? That's a symbolic name for describing the ideal character of Israel. Alright, supposed to be upright. Alright, from Yashar, once an upright. Alright, wax fat and kept. It says, they are grown thick, they are covered with fatness, right? You know, and you know, okay, have more than what they can have. One in a desire and such. Then he forsook the power which made him. You know, and you know that's another thing about like you know getting riches and such. It can make you prayerful and such, and forget. Hey, you know, in the case of make you forget your power. You don't want to be like that. You always want to give, of course, thanksgiving to Yahweh Shemel Shai. All right, and lightly esteem the rock of his salvation. All right, Yahweh Shai. All right, they provoked him to jealousy with strange gods. With abominations provoked they him to anger. They sacrificed unto devils, not unto the power, to gods whom they knew not, to new gods that newly up, whom your fathers feared not. You know, and a lot of this, say, you know, we've been talking about a lot about this whole Bacchus spirit, you know, the god of wine and pleasure and such. You know, that's heavy. You know, Israel be indirectly following Bacchus, that spirit. You know, here in New Rome, as they did in Old Rome, ancient Rome. God gave their spirit. All right, so going back, this is Hosea 4 and verse 7 again. As they were increased, so they sinned against me. Therefore will I change their glory into shame. All right, you see, you know, people with a, you know, people with a, you know, thorns and briar state, man. Things done been plucked through and ain't nothing, nothing fruitful left, man. You know, girl looked like she ran through. Okay, Israel as a woman looked ran through. You can see these dudes in the street, they look ran through, man. See these chicks in the streets ran through. Lord done discovered their secret parts and such. They got them completely exposed and they still don't looking good. You know? You know, it sucks to see Yashala messed up. It sucks to see our women being as a harlot in the street. It sucks to see Israel seeing the men destroyed. Okay? Homeless and messed up. You know? It says they eat up the sin of my people and they set their heart on their iniquity. right. I'm gonna go down to verse 11. All right, I'll start. I'll just keep reading. It says, "And there shall be like people, like priests, and I will punish them for their ways and reward them for their dealings or doings. For they shall eat and have not enough." It's a curse. "They shall commit whoredom and shall not increase, because they have left off to take heed to Yahweh." We're supposed to take heed to Yahweh. All right, well, Yahweh Shai. Okay? Now, whoredom is going and following these different gods and such. It says, "Whoredom and wine and new wine take away the heart, take away the mind." All right? "My people ask counsels at their stalks, and their staff declared unto them, for the spirit of whoredom hath caused them to err, and they have gone a whoring from under their God." Okay? And our people go, say, follow these other gods, and they say, the other gods and stuff tell you, "Hey, pleasure so about you. It's no about anybody else." You know, you don't have to love your brother. You don't have to love your wife. You don't have to love. She don't have to love you. You know, you don't have to love your family. Fuck it. It's all about you. You know, and it just mess up everything. You know, as you see, just a bunch of confusion out here, man. You seeing Jake, they just look dark, like the whole got dark cloud on them, man. It says they sacrifice upon the tops of the mountains, and they burn incense upon hills, or Harim, under oaks and poplar elms, and the elms, poplars and elms, because the shadow therefore thereof is good. Therefore your daughter shall commit whoredom, and your spouses shall commit adultery. And I will punish your daughters when they commit whoredom, nor your spouses when they commit adultery, for themselves are separated with whores, and they sacrifice with harlots. Therefore the people that doth not understand shall fall. And we're supposed to be an understanding people, as Deuteronomy the fourth chapter tell you, wise and understanding people and cite these different nations. All right, well we went off, man. You know, there's no mercy in them. I hate it. It's like, I'm a real, yeah, a parium, yeah, I'm an Ephraimite, Shemya Mafia Banaparium, Mafia from the tribe of Ephraim, and I'm really silly, but in that silliness, there's so much love within it, you know, and you can't even be, they say loads of the time, you can't even be, damn near silly with some other people because, like I say, the people, they're just demons. We can't even be in our, loving spirit, in a proper way, you know. Jake act like we don't love it. Those of these Jake here, they act like we don't love one another and stuff like that, or have any mercy, and we do. All right. Um. Yeah. So what was it? Good stuff I can go into, but that's pretty much it. I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna check on the comic board and see if any's got anything up. Let me just check real quick. Let's see, live chat. Maybe they put nothing on there, but so be it. Yeah, maybe they put nothing on there. Let me check this. Let me see. And I hope Esau didn't just mess up the whole stream together. All right. I think it's fine though. Anyway, giving all praise, honor, glory to you. How about Shimon al Shai, Bashim Kirk, that's double line, so apostle, those great news, so peace, citation to the elect. I just want to do a quick stream on No Mercy and such. Say these different live streams, they're, I gotta try to figure out a format until I get a new computer. I'm gonna Yahweh Ratazah max out. This is well needed. Yahweh Ratazah. Because I do like the day live lesson or my lessons in a certain way. Like I like to do sit downs. Um, put them and showing the actual articles and stuff like that. I gotta probably follow a Malcolm type of way where you record like a screen or something like that, like literally. But we'll get to it. How Yahweh says, "Shalom to you, like stay up, of course, be merciful." That's be merciful as our Father in heaven is merciful. Luke chapter 6 and 36. Be therefore merciful as also your Father also is merciful. Shalom.